welcome to my stamp studio. Today is Wednesday, and that means Hump Day, Lunch Break Live. Hope you've got your lunch ready or your snack ready and just ready for a little bit of crafting fun. Today we're going to be playing with our Autumn Leaves stamp set and dies. This is a carryover from, a catalog or two ago. I had fully intended on using my Changing Leaves, which was supposed to be my craft along for this month, but the whole thing went on back order. So I kind of have to change my craft along. So yeah, craft along for this month will be probably pushed into September now. Yeah, so I wanted to show an alternate that you could use. So if you don't have the Changing Leaves, you can use your Autumn Leaves. So just a different stamp set. And let's go ahead. I've got a bunch of my pieces already in place. So I've done a little bit of my homework ahead of time here. And I'm just going to maximize my screen. Let me know that you're joining me. Say hello. I'd like to know that you're here. And tell me what you're having for lunch today. So let's see what else we're going to be working with. We're going to be working with our Fern 3D embossing folder. We'll be using our, what is it called? Transparent adhesive back dots. This is actually part of the To Market suite. We are also going to be using our Designer Series paper, which this paper is on sale for 15% off this month. So if you like this, make sure you stock up on it. Hopefully it's still available. In fact, I didn't check it right before I came online. Let me just go check quick and make sure it's still out there. A lot of times when they have these specials, things go on back order. Oh, no, it's still there. So if you like the paper, make sure you get it. I will put a link to all the products that I'm using today in the description if you're watching YouTube and in the comments if you're on Facebook. All right, so we're going to be using our Blackberry Bliss and our Garden Green stamp pads. Let's get going here. Let's move some of this off to the side. I've done a little bit of my embossing ahead of time and some of my die cutting, but I will show you some of the things that I've done. All right, so I have a piece of Garden Green, 4 1/4 by 11. I have a piece of basic white for the inside of my card, which is 4 by 5 1/4, our standard size. Oops, wow, I kind of scored that poorly. Let me just fix that up. Holy cow. That was bad. All right. So I'm just going to recrease it again with my bone folder here. There we go. All ready, all pretty, all set to go. All right, so I'm just going to move my card base off to the side here. I have a piece of Blackberry Bliss, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of the Designer Series paper, and this is 3 3/4 by 5, so it's just going to simply layer on it like that. I'm going to pull in a piece of our polka dot trim here, because we're going to be tying a little bow here, so I'm going to adhere these two pieces together right away. I have to make sure I add the polka dot trim to our... Oops. Come on. I think that one's almost empty. I've been going through seal like crazy lately. All right. Before I do that, I'm going to just take this and get kind of an estimate of what I'm going to need here to tie my bow. That looks about good. So that's about, let's see, 13. I got about 18 inches of ribbon. Now, I'm not going to use this whole piece. I'm going to be cutting it apart. So we're just going to trim it like that. So what I need to do is I need to pull this. I may have to actually cut it. So we're going to grab our snips here. And I am just going to cut along that outer edge. Because what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up pulling some of the thread through. So it's okay if I don't cut it perfectly. It's totally fine. And I just need to go back to my screen, make sure I'm always in frame here. So I'm going to do this real quick here. So if you ever have ribbon that has like that finished edge and you can't like fray it, just go ahead and cut off one of the sides here. I'm just kind of pulling it through the ribbon. I'm pulling it through my scissors, I mean. I know this is kind of painful to watch, but you know, just bear with me. It's totally worth it. This is actually one of the techniques that we'll be using in the changing leaves class whenever that comes back available. I'm thinking I'll make that into a class in the mail, just because it's not going to be available till September again. But it'll be just in time for winter. Well, not winter, but our fall, our September, October events. So you could use this piece. I'm going to throw that piece out. And I'm just going to pull apart 2 pieces here. I just need 2 little strands. All right. Go ahead and make my bow over here. And I'm going to leave my little tails on until I'm ready to actually put my label on and everything. So there we go. We'll just put that off there. Okay. So now I have another piece of garden green. I always call it granny apple green, which is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. That's going to be tucked right underneath here, just like that. So we'll go ahead and just add that one in. I am going to use my liquid glue just because this is a 3D embossing folder, so you've got lots of nooks and crannies in there. And I want to make sure that's sticking to my paper. All right. So I'll slide that right under. There we go. All right. So you can say hi. Let me know that you're there. Okay, there we go. All right. So now what I've done is I've actually taken a couple of the dies here, and I've run these through my die cut machine. And so I cut out leaves that were in soft seafoam and in Blackberry Bliss. All right. So I've done that piece, and I've also cut my label here from my basic white. So I've done those things already, but we're going to step up those little die cuts a little bit. And what we'll do is we're going to put our cardstock into our fern embossing folder. Our fern embossing folder. Oh my gosh, straight at once. Okay. And then I'll run it through the die cut machine. And that way I'll get embossed leaves. All right. So I've done that piece right here. I've just taken 2 of the Blackberry Bliss ones. All right. Now I've got my soft seafoam dies right here. And those, I want to put the branch image in it. I didn't really want to stamp with this. I felt it would be really dark. So I'm just going to go ahead and use these 2 stamps. And we'll stamp it in garden green onto that soft seafoam. So we'll take this first one and get this lined up. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so I'm going to stamp that. And then I'm going to take the second one here. And I'm going to stamp that. Oh, I should probably get a little scrap piece of paper here so I don't stamp my mat up and then get it all over my project. All right, there we go. Okay. Just adds a little something to it. Let's go ahead and I really didn't decide if I was stamping my sentiment in garden green or Blackberry Bliss. Still kind of up in the air. So I'm going to stamp it in both colors, and then I'll decide which one I like. So I need a block. I almost feel like this is probably going to be the one. So I'm doing, I'm thankful. So I'll stamp it in that color. I think that will work. Yeah. We'll just go with garden green. Move those out of the way because we're done with stamping right now. Okay, and let's get to assembling our card. I'm going to move these all out of the way since we're done with that. Ooh, I've got a lot of dies there I've got to pick up and put away. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just put some dimensionals on the back of here and then put it to my card front. So let's get some dimensionals out here. Ooh. Just got all sorts of ends here. All right. We'll just use these little ends up. Might have just use all those little pieces and get rid of those. All right. Now, my ribbon, I'll still be able to move up and down. So, I do know that I'm going to need it just a little bit lower. So, we're going to put it right there. Okay. Now, if I need to move my bow, I still can because it's not getting stuck on anything. And this still didn't. I'm still not right with my fold here. There. Oh well. All right, there we go. All right. Now, we're just going to play around with this a little bit here. And I did want I think I want this one. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that one right away too, just to see if I want that. Let's see. We've got the larger one right here, so I'm going to grab that out. Good thing I have a block handy. All right. There we go. And basically I'm just looking through my block there just to get an estimate of where that should go. Okay, that turned out good. All right, so let's start playing around with how we're going to position things. Like that. So I kind of like that in front. Well, let's see, because we're going to have this other one over here. Then I have this one. Let me replace that. Tap that there. I'm going to have my sentiment be right here, so I just need to pop that out. So I have my sentiment up on my dimensionals. So let's just move these around a little bit. One piece right here. We're going to put this one under here. And we'll put this one kind of right here. All right, so I'm just kind of filling the card front with my leaves. So now that I kind of know where I like it, I'm just going to go ahead and start adhering that on. So I'm going to take my label and use my dimensionals for my label. Okay, so I'm going to stick this right in back. All right, we could pop this one up. I know I have a sheet that I started. Here we go. Put this one right here. All right, so this one I'm going to tuck down underneath. Slide that right under there. I'm going to put down my label. Now I'm going to use some small dimensionals here because I kind of want my label to sit, my ribbon to sit right between my dimensionals there. Do that with our small dimensionals. I can cut my other dimensionals in half too if I don't have small ones. So we'll just move this. I know that that's going to be there. So probably just need to put a little bit of glue on there before I press down my sentiment there. Okay. Let's just get that straight. There we go. So, thankful. And again, we'll just tuck this one wherever it'll let us tuck it. All right, just like that. And I'm going to put a dimensional back on this lower part here. And I'll just take a little drop of glue right there. Just put it right there. Okay. So now we've got that. Let's get our bling in here. And our card was almost done. Now I do want to kind of brighten it up a little bit. So we're going to use this one here. Oh, where'd it go? Didn't pick up for me. My little putty end needs to get more putty. All right. That one there. Okay. I could add more to it, but I think that is just fine. All right, so that is our card for today. Quick and easy. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back for more. Again, if you're watching the video on Facebook, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're watching the replay. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'd love for you to like and comment. And please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos that I post. All right, have a good day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night for Stampin' Fun and More at 6:44.